This is Beyond Authentic Health, where we're documenting our health, weight loss and well-being journey.
And beyond.
We have breaking Slimming World news. Slimming World Head Office have today confirmed that the changes to the recent Healthy Extra programme isn't as we first thought. Rufus, over to you.
With our new categories, so we've got the calcium choice, you've got your fibre choice and your healthy fats. People seem to think that you could actually have half from one category. So instead of 80 grams of your avocado, you could have 40 grams, and then from another category you could have another half portion of something else. But in fact you can't.
No, Slimming World have actually got back to us, and the person on their customer services desk didn't actually know herself. So she went away, double checked with everybody else, triple checked it because she said she'd never been asked this before, and came back to us and said, no, it is within the same category. So for instance, you could have for your breakfast 2 slices of whole grain bread. As toast, so you can have your toast. You could put on top of that 80 grams of avocado, and you could have some milk from your 300 milliliter oat milk allowance, if it was in my case. That's using all 3 of my healthy choices for calcium, fibre and fats. Not all of it, but it's using those choices. Or instead of having 2 slices of toast, maybe you want to just have 1 slice of toast and 1 Weetabix. That's perfectly fine. And then you still have your 80 grams of avocado.
So we could get up then, and for me, I can eat Weetabix okay. I could get up and have 1 Weetabix. I could put a handful of bits of fruit on, fresh fruit on it, a little bit of milk on it from my calcium allowance, and then later I could have a slice of toast.
Yes.
And maybe the tiniest bit of something else on top of that.
Yes, so you could. So you can have a half portion of one and a half portion of something else within that same category. On the app, because it lets us have a half portion of something, you can have up to 6 half portions. So again, 3 choices, 1 of each. What you can't do is have 1 whole milk choice, 1 whole fibre choice, half a fibre choice, and half a fat choice, for instance. So you couldn't have your Weetabix for breakfast, get to lunchtime and you think, oh, I'll have a slice of toast with a bit of avocado on. I only want 1 slice of toast and 40 grams of avocado. It won't let you do that. It actually says on the app it's not allowed. I've got some screenshots that I'll put in here. So what actually comes up on the app if you try to do that, it says you've used all your healthy extra choice. Would you like to count this as SWIPs instead? And it says, yes, count as SWIPs, or no, I'll choose something else. That prompt is choosing you to pick that other half from that same category. If you've had your 1.5 healthy extra fibre choice, for instance, it won't let you then add half a calcium choice on top. It comes up with that. We tried it every which way.
So if you're someone that doesn't do milk and just has black tea, black coffee, and didn't want your calcium choice, you could have 2 portions of toast and then a healthy fats instead if you wanted to do that.
But just on that point, Rufus, if you do try and have your 3 choices and don't pick a calcium choice, you get a little banner comes up that says, we recommend you add calcium for your remaining healthy extra choices to support all-round good health. So again, they're not they're not laying down the law on that, but they are saying it's recommended. So they're giving us that extra prompt.
So you could use maybe, I don't know, if you didn't like milk, you could have Philadelphia cream cheese. You could
any of the other calcium choices, your soy milks, your almond milk, anything else that you can have as part of that calcium healthy extra. I'm really glad they've confirmed it. Our consultant was saying she was aware of the discourse and that she was going to get back to us next week. I think a lot of people are really confused because in the book on page 31 it does say that you can mix and match. It doesn't say explicitly on that page that you can or cannot mix and match across categories, but it is very much confirmed yesterday in a voice note that Slimming World sent me that absolutely it has to stay within the same category. So feel free to have your calcium choice for your coffees like we would, our milks.
Yeah.
Feel free to have your healthy fibre choice. Maybe you're wanting your 2 Weetabix for breakfast. And if you only want one slice of bread or one slice of toast at lunchtime, you can have that. What you can't do is to put 40 grams of avocado on it, or have a handful of olives as well. That is where they've now clarified this. So I'm really grateful to Slimming World for doing that. We wanted to get this made up as fast as we can to let you all know.
And I probably wouldn't advise you have like 3 fibre choices, because you might not go regular if you do.
If you don't know what we're talking about, have a look at our video. We recently went to the Pooseum. A museum, it wasn't a museum of poo, it was a medical museum that had a special exhibition on, but it was very interesting.
It was.
But Rufus, you have some breaking news for everybody on our channel as about your Slimming World plan.
I do. As of yesterday, we got weighed in on Tuesday. We did our live yesterday. And my latest news is that actually I've started Mounjaro.
You have. Yeah. Do you want to explain your choice in doing that? Because you've had significant weight losses using Slimming World without the Mounjaro.
I have done. I've done fairly okay, but I think, like I say, even with Slimming World, as much as people say, oh, you know, if you follow all of these rules, you will you're guaranteed a weight loss. You could still overeat your calories and all of the things you have every day. You could go over your maintenance calories. You can. So I was just going to try Mounjaro and see if it just slows down me feeling fuller for longer, even though I don't get hungry. That's the thing. But it should still work the same. And after the injection, I did feel kind of bloated. So just a feeling of a mild ache in my stomach and feeling really bloated. And that was like half an hour after my injection. So we're just going to see what happens. And I will just let, every week just update as to how I'm doing. And like I say, it doesn't change the plan that I'm doing. No. It's just a new tool that I'm going to use just to see if that gives me another little bit of a step in the right direction of where I need to be.
This for you isn't just a lifestyle change, is it? You've actually got a BMI target that you've got to hit
I need
to be put forward for surgeries.
Yeah, so I'm like 15 stone 12 and I need to be nearer to 15 to actually be accepted to be referred on after an appointment in the next month. So hoping that this will actually help me a little bit, and like I say, we'll just monitor it. And I've started on 2.5 like most people do. I'm just going to see how it goes, and just see what happens.
So some of the questions that people may have, Rufus, about that is, you've been really successful in Slimming World. We've shared all of that journey. Is it something that you have been aware of, perhaps overeating certain foods, maybe eating when you're not hungry, things like that?
I said the only difference for me is the fact that, like I say, if I have mackerel, I'm actively kind of like having a bit less. I'm not going, right, well, I could eat the whole, for two sins for this 200 gram pack of mackerel, smoked mackerel, I can have all 3 of those fillets in it for two swips. But at the end of the day, do I need all 3 of them just because it is 2 swips? Do I need it? In one way, all of my patterns from years of, my bad relationship with food, I've just moved one thing onto another thing and then swapped that for something else. And then before you realise it, I'm going, well, it's only 2 swips for that bit of mackerel and there's 3 fillets there. I can just eat all of it. It's only 2 swips. There's still calories in that. No matter what I do, everything, no matter what plan you use, whether it be Weight Watchers or whatever it is we are doing, or calorie counting, everything you put in your mouth has a calorie. Well, most things, but you know what I mean anyway. So whether it be your coffee, your cup of tea, no matter what it is, even down to like your multivitamins sometimes and things, everything. So just being a bit more mindful and not overfilling my plate and things like that. I'm just going to be a little bit more mindful this week and see what I can do.
Just see if it has a physical effect on the amount that you perhaps would eat, even though it's on planned food. It's that free food, that unlimited free food, isn't it?
And I did know that partly it is going to slow down my my body digesting food and stay in my body a little bit longer, so I could get a little bit backed up. But we will see. Like I say, I'm just going to monitor every day. I'm making a note of everything that happens every day if anything changes. And like I say, I will just update every week, either being another video, not maybe on the live, and just do a little update as to what's happening once a week. So yeah. Apparently, as well, if I was like lost that much that week and I was slimmer of the week, that you couldn't get the you couldn't win the
Slimmer of the Week
basket. But I don't do it for that anyway.
No, you don't. No, and also, you're being very honest about it. We don't know. Other people at group may also be using the tirzepatide or similar tools.
You'd never know.
They wouldn't necessarily share.
Nope.
So there you go. Shock news from Rufus and confirmation from Slimming World. We wanted to get this video to you as soon as we can. So thank you everybody for watching today. Don't forget, join us live every Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. for the Losers Club, where we are lifting ourselves, sharing experiences and reducing shame. It's a live stream where we share our own weight loss journey and we invite you to share yours with us. You're welcome every Wednesday, whether your week went well or not. So do join us for that. Also, why not hit that subscribe button, because we've got loads more health, well-being and weight loss content here on the YouTubes, and we've got a Facebook group, Rufus.
We have. So we've got the Losers Club on Facebook, and like I say, we've got loads of members on there, people putting their pictures of their photos of their dinners, just sharing how they've been getting on during the week, and and like I say, if people have got questions and stuff that they want to know, sometimes they'll message us on there, and we'll just do a check in on there and see what everybody else is doing. So,
it's a really, really, really great supportive community that we're really proud to have helped develop over there. So do join us there if you want more weight loss supports. But that is going to be it from us today. A very quick video. It's just that confirmation's come through today and we thought it was so important, rather than wait till Wednesday, to let you all know what the official line is from Slimming World HQ.
I said we do think some people may have already started having halves of this and halves of that, and we don't want people to, sabotage their losses and whatever from this moment onwards. Yeah,
absolutely. So, again, feel free to contact Slimming World if you want confirmation from the horse's mouth. I have saved the voicemail, so I will make sure that stays on my phone. I'm probably going to send it to myself so that I've got a copy of that, just so we have those receipts. But that is going to be it from us today. And as we always say, be happy, be healthy, be authentic, and
we'll see you next time.
We will. Take care. Bye-bye.